Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. It's been a few weeks since I uploaded a video, but you're always welcome to my channel at any time. So like I said in the last video, let's talk some numbers before we do the upgrade on the Golf. And first of all, the upgrade I'm going to do today is a dog bone mount insert, because when sometimes my foot slips off the clutch, there's an awful amount of wheel hop on this car. So this is supposed to fix that or improve it. If it improves it, I'll be happy with it, and supposedly it's gonna make the driving a bit stiffer, but I'm willing to compromise if it improves it. So let's run some numbers first before we get on to this, like I said in the last video. For those of you that who are curious about how much money I made or if I made any money, well, I already told you I made some money off it. But for those of you who are curious on how much money I made on the Fiesta, I've got the list here. So including the car, brakes, service, tire, fog lights, wing, battery, V5, the whole lot, I wrote down everything, every single penny I spent on the car. I wrote it down, and in the end I bought the car for 600, and including the car I spent 1,458 and 62 pence. That's how much I spent getting the car right back on the road with no advisory on MOT, as you've seen. And I ended up selling it for 1,800 pounds, and that makes a profit of 346 pounds and 38 pence. Now, if you ask me, for the very first car, that's a huge amount of profit. You might not agree with that, but I do think it was pretty good. It was a huge amount of profit on the first car, and especially the car that it was. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that money, I'm gonna keep it aside, and next year, mid-January, like I said, I'm gonna invest in another car and do the same thing as I done with the Fiesta. And since we're running numbers, there's another thing I want to bring to your attention. 99% of the people watching my channel not actually subscribed. So if you're here, please just click that subscribe button. I'll give you a second. Much appreciated. So now that we ran some numbers, we got that out of the way, let's get busy. I'm gonna jack the car up first and remove the under tray. There's no point of boring you with that kind of stuff, but I'm just gonna jack one side. I'm not gonna jack the front or whatever. I'm just gonna jack one side high enough for me to slide under. I'm gonna remove the under tray, and from that, hopefully it's gonna be a smooth sail fitting this insert. So I'll catch you in a second. I'm just about ready to fit this. So the game plan is go under there, remove the 20mm bolt that's on there. Probably I'm gonna have to shift the gearbox engine assembly to be able to slide this up. I'm gonna spray with WD-40 here and up there in the dog bone mount. This comes with a couple washers. By the way, the bolt needs to be replaced because this is a stretch bolt, so stretch bolt needs to be replaced. Then see the cutout there at the bottom, it's for the small washer, so the small washer goes first, and then the big one, and then the bolt goes through it. And once you torque it, the small washer should center itself. The small washer should center itself inside the mount. Sounds easy enough. Let's see how it goes. And in case you don't know how the dog bone mount looks like, it's this mount right here that goes into the subframe, and this is the bolt that we're removing, and we're gonna put that insert in around the bush that's already here. And as I said, this is a stretch bolt, it needs to be replaced. That's why I got a new one ready to go. So once this is removed, shouldn't be reused, and I won't. So, breaker bar ready. Hopefully you can see it okay what I'm doing. Let's try to break this loose. Easier said than done. Let's try shifting this. There we go. All I'm thinking is, how in the hell I'm gonna torque this? Because if it's gonna be like that wheel bearing assembly, I'm in for a little surprise today again. So that's loose. I'm gonna finish it off with the ratchet. Yeah. Once you break it loose, it actually comes off fairly easy. There we go. And as you can see, it's quite a long bolt, but that's gone now. That's the WD-40. Try spray it in there. Make it easy for this to slide up. Now this fails, I can always use copper grease. So let's see if we can get this in without shifting this engine, which doesn't seem likely. One side of it looks like it's getting stuck, so I'm gonna stick my breaker bar here and try to shift it a little bit. You don't need a whole lot. Part of it is in. It's just the front that doesn't want to slide up. Let me see if I can shift it with the bolt, because I think it's just the bush itself. Yeah. Yeah, so just the bush itself that it's not playing ball. So I don't need to shift this. I'm now ready to tighten this up, and don't do the same mistake I did when I removed this and moving the bush to put the insert. the dog bone moved, and it was a pain in the backside to get it realigned. So before you put the insert, like, just loosen the old bolt and put the insert in, and then remove it fully and put the new one. As you can see, the old one's still here, because like I said, I'm not reusing these because these are stretch bolts, and we're going through the torquing procedure in a second. So that's tight. I am now grabbing my torque wrench that I already have it set to 100 Newton meters. So that shouldn't be a problem. I think that's 100. Now for the front part, it's another 90 degrees. So I forgot to bring my marker. Get this out the way. I forgot to bring my marker, but I can see the writing on the bolt, and I'm going to guide myself through that. So another 90 degrees. Oh man, this ain't gonna be fun. Let me move back a little bit, maybe get more leverage on this. Not easy. Not easy at all. Let's see. Too far out. Really not easy. I think we're at maybe 50, no, not 15, maybe 30 degrees. Come on, let's muscle through it. I think another quarter turn. Let's get it. Ugh. Yeah, we definitely had a 90 degrees. Man, this is not easy. And nor is fun. But yeah, now I'm gonna clear all this up. I'm gonna put the on the tray, and then I'm gonna lower the car, and then we're going for a test drive, see how it feels. This time I was really lucky because I just managed to beat the rain. I was cleaning the tools when it started raining, but I got everything done. The bolt start to 100 Newton meters plus 90 degrees. Wasn't fun nor easy, but I got it done. Under tray is on, and a quick tip: if you want to make it easier on yourself, like I mentioned before, loosen the bolt but leave it there. That will keep everything in place, because I had to shove a screwdriver on the dog bone mount and try to shift the whole engine and gearbox while trying to put the bolt in. That was really hard. I spent about an hour just to get that thing in. So make it easier on yourself and leave the bolt in, and just try to manage somehow to get that mount, that insert in, and believe me, it's gonna make your life a lot easier. So after all this work, let's give it a little, I'm gonna take it for a drive, see how the insert actually affects the car. So onto the road. Now that the job's done, I drove for a little bit. What I noticed was that gear changes are slightly better. The car feels a bit safer when you put the foot down, but it feels more responsive because of it. The only time I really felt like the car is stiffer is on a very specific turn that the ground is uneven and the body shifts. That's the only time I felt the car a bit stiffer, but it's not overly stiff that you cannot live with it. It's really fine. I don't really think there's any downside to it really, because even inside the cabin I don't feel any vibration whatsoever. For me it's a thumbs up, definitely. I really like the way the car feels now. I think I need to change the gearbox and engine mount anyway, but even with just that insert, the car feels a lot better. So to make your life a lot easier if you're doing this job, skip the WD-40. It's not gonna work, trust me. I end up using copper grease. That helped me a lot, but even with copper grease it wasn't that easy, and I was very generous with copper grease. But yeah guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't make the same mistakes I did. It's gonna make your life a lot harder. But yeah, I'm happy with the job today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, so give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe, please. It's very important to me, and I'll see you in the next upload. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.